the way we are doing it is, when we talk about art direction or cinematography or makeup, hairstyle or acting, whatever we are doing, acting we will still continue weekly videos, and even if we don't do weekly videos, one in 15 days, we will keep doing that. But the way we have designed the videos, it will give you the basics, intermediate, and if you want to take it in an advanced manner, you can go to the advanced techniques, and you can study on your own, and you can apply all of these things. But take it like this: we are giving you the basics, intermediate, and a scope for exploration when you want to do your stuff, and then you run your imagination wild. So starting with that, what we can do is art direction. Today we will do another video of art direction, but then you can try to shoot, you can build your own set, you can do your own design, so that you can shoot a particular part of that particular space or place, and how you want to capture that is a big thing. We have talked about it, and we will keep giving the hints. And makeup, hairstyling, you can do a lot. Acting, props, you can do a lot. Story, you cannot ignore the story, because this is the thing we are starting with: the characters, the plot, and the story and drama. But what you can do in art direction is, you can bring your imagination, creativity, and your skill set, your techniques, then the physical aspects, the logistics, how you move things around, how you shoot one particular scene, your placement of the camera, where you are placing them, all these things are there. But you have an idea of the place, physical place. If you call it space, you have the space, the physical space, then you are capturing with the camera. You have the visual space, which people or the audience, they are watching on screen. Now art direction, you can utilize the existing set, something built before, an existing architecture that is already there. You are shooting a building, you are shooting a palace, you are shooting this and that, which is already there. Maybe a place you are going to do Reiki or exploration, and then you are finding out a place is there. Then maybe you are using few other techniques, sometimes CGI, sometimes you are building the things according to your requirement, so that when people are looking at the scenes in the movie, they are getting the idea of that. You can do all these things. You can build it from scratch. Many people do it, because that is the thing we are talking about. And you can shoot indoor, you can shoot outdoor, you can go to the location and you can shoot with available light and the other light setups. And you can shoot it indoor with the studio, inside the studio, and you can have rear projection, you can have your own things built so that you are capturing those things. But it makes a huge difference when you are very meticulous about it, because some people are building the entire set, and they are having a 360-degree coverage, so that you have different perspectives. You are building it so that you are showing people, the scale, the ambience, as an audience, what it like to be there. Transportation, in terms of cinematic way, in terms of the visual way, in terms of the story, So you are bringing people to that particular place. Color palette, a big thing. Your dresses, costumes, and how you are putting things, clothes and all these things. Color palette, how you are choosing a particular color. Even if you are building something, you are also using, the painting, and how you are using texture and the color. Color as a character you can use. Sometimes you are accentuating one particular color to say something visually. Sometimes you are using few colors in a minimalistic way, so that it is portraying something in that particular scene. It is conveying something in a particular scene. So you can do it in many ways, And rehearsal space is a big thing. Sometimes you are building the set, I have mentioned it, and the actors are coming to the set and they are feeling to give more, to that movie, to that story. They are also motivated to give more, and they are wanting to, bring something as an actor and as an artist too. Sometimes, their creativity they are bringing, all these things. And the rehearsal is very important, because the set, you can do the rehearsal in set, you can do it in another place, and then you are coming to the set and you are preparing. And also it happens, I can give you an experience. Sometimes you are doing the rehearsal in a particular place, and then you are coming to the particular set, and As a professional actor, how you deal with that, that is also very important, because the moment you are entering the set, digests the world of the story, and you have to act accordingly, you have to do that, and the set is giving you a lot, you are giving to the set, it's a communication. And how we are capturing, cinematographer, lenses and camera, visual communication to the audience. So it's a big thing. And if it is a movie of a particular time period, how you are capturing that particular time period. Research is very important. Whatever you are putting on screen, that is a significant thing. How you are doing proper research, how you are using the color, how you are using the texture, how you are using the material, how you are doing justice to that particular time period, because that thing could have existed in that time period only. So you are not putting something else to show that it is part of that entire thing. Not that. The way you are building the story, the way you are building everything, it is like, even if you are putting a small thing there, a piece of cloth or whatever that is, or maybe something, a prop or a sculpture or something you are creating, that should be very authentic to that particular time period. How you are building the structure, if you are building it from scratch, the sculpture or whatever it is, how you are creating it, how you are placing it, how you are capturing it, how you are lighting it, everything is doing the visual communication drama, and then the actors are bringing something. Sometimes you are just creating a long shot, or you are just capturing them moving around through the space. They are not speaking a dialogue, but it is also telling something about the story, about the location, about the place, about the situation. So all these things you have to think of. And collaboration, a big deal. Sometimes people are looking at the artistic aspects, the creative aspects, and a lot of people, a big team is working. Some people are fetching the paints, some people are fetching the brushes, some people are fetching the things you need to build the entire set. So each and every one is important. But again, you have the artistic people, the boss, the creative people, the leader, and they are guiding you throughout the entire process so that you do your job, and you are given a lot of lenience sometimes so that you can bring a lot of creative things, and then you have to do accordingly. Engineering and safety, a big thing in art direction, because you are building a set. Sometimes if it catches fire, what do you do? Engineering, safety measures you need to do. And then logistics, how you are building and moving things. If it is a movable set, sometimes you are not looking at the wheels, but there is a wheel underneath the thing you are seeing on camera, so you can move the thing around. All these things you can play with. And research is a very important thing. Sometimes you can go for old-fashioned methods, sometimes you can go for modern methods using technology, and whatever is required for the particular movie. So the movie will shout to you, or maybe whisper to you, what do you need for that particular movie, and you have to listen to that. And hands-on training is very important, because these things are a lot of craftsmen involved in this entire process. So people are doing a lot of carpenters, artists, technicians, people are working, they are using a lot of techniques, science techniques, and all these things are involved, and you need a hands-on training for that. And ultimately, when the entire thing is built, maybe somebody is supervising, the director can be there, the art director can be there, they both can talk and they can have a communication, and they can guide the entire cast and crew, or the crew who are doing the thing, the technicians, and they can tell them what is required so that they can have the right thing, for that particular movie, what they need to tell the story. And then the cinematographer can also join the conversation so that they can also bring their thing. Because the thing is, I have mentioned it, I will also say one thing, choosing the lens, that is also very important. Sometimes when you are having the wide angle, you are having a lot of coverage and depth. So if you have built a set and you are wanting a wide angle shot, you are going for depth and coverage, you need that. And then perspective, how you are doing that. If you are going for a telephoto lens, you are going for that, and you are having a different depth of field. So how you are doing that? Maybe you are shooting a wide angle shot to establish a particular place or the characters, and then you are using telephoto to go to close up, extreme close up, and maybe you are using 50 millimeter so that you can have the perspective of a 50 millimeter lens. So choosing the lens is very important. That is also one thing. Angle of view, obviously. And style and mood. creativity, artistry, style and mood, how it is evoking something in the audience, the emotions, because it is ultimately about that. And some people are creating mood boards. So mood boards will give you idea, storyboards will give you idea, so you can deal with that. Sophisticated aesthetics. There is aesthetics and there is sophisticated aesthetics. And then how you are having a concept, idea, and then how you are implementing that concept or that idea to shoot that particular scene or to shoot that particular movie. That is one thing. So design, something functional, executional, but that is something intangible sometimes tangible. You are doing a lot of drawings, so you are doing all these things, how the structure will look like, the sizes, how it will be there, the perspectives and everything is there. So you are doing a lot of engineering drawing, if I say so. You can do that, and then ultimately when you are building it, all these nuances are there, all these things have been put into, making this particular thing a building or a place or whatever you want to do. And then when you are using the camera, you are bringing the art, the aesthetics, the visual communication and all these things, and then the story, and the actors are also starting their own thing to tell the story. Visual communication, very important. And obviously you have understood that experiential communication is very important. Being there, being in the set itself is something experiential for the audience, for the people who are building it. And when you are capturing it properly, the audience can feel that and they are transported to that particular place. And references, obviously you need to go for references, you need to do your research, you need to do thorough study, sometimes to build a particular place and time, and you need to choose materials accordingly and how you are doing this entire thing. A lot of effort put, and you need to be meticulous about that. So that is one thing. And evoking emotions, the integrity of the set, the integrity of the way you are shooting it, that is also very important. So lighting, patterns, textures, moods and all these things are there, and concepts, ideas, implementation. And there is the creative side and there is the managerial and the administrative side. So you are using a lot of management, logistics, and how you are managing people. So all these things are there. Art direction, it's requiring a lot of collaboration. You cannot do it on your own. A lot of people are working together. And what film you are making, that is also very important. What film you are making, what genre, and what do you want to convey to tell the story in that particular way. So it can be a minimalistic set, it can be very ornate, it can be very stylized, it can be very, as I said, accentuating some particular color to say something. So you can play with all these things. But again, I will end with one thing. We have given you the basics. We have designed it in a way so that we have talked about basics, intermediate, and scope for exploration. You can do your advanced study and all these things. But then run your imagination wild. And there is no substitute for that. You have to do that because filmmaking, cinema, you have to work on your imagination. You are building this big thing. You are guiding the actors. You are shooting it. It's a lot of fun, So creativity, art, imagination, then you are observing as well when you are studying. So all these things you are doing, then you are telling a story. You are evoking the emotions in the audience. And that is really a great thing to do.